Hey, it's Chris Snow.
Funky.
So, Chris, thanks for joining us this morning.
No problem.
On this chilly Gatineau Park morning.
It's
Beautiful
pretty chilly,
though,
yeah.
for early October. So, Capital Mountain Bike. What was the inspiration?
I shoot video for a living and photos. I do a lot of mountain biking. I figure I would marry the two because I'm out there anyways. And I've been
There go
watching...
the questions.
So I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos of dudes who've done sort of the same thing, POV mountain bike stuff,
Right.
In their local areas. And I also noticed there was nobody doing it where we are. And there's so many amazing trails and sort of bike centers like around here. So I figured why not showcase them, and it's just easy for me to do because that's what I do. So yeah.
When did you start riding?
So I started riding. I mean, I've been on a bike since I was 2. You could probably tell me better than I could, because 2, 3.
We've met before, yes.
Yeah. But seriously riding, I used to work at I used to be a camper at a mountain bike camp at La Roca mountain bike camp, which was Creative Wheel as well, and a whole bunch of things over the years with Dawn LaRock, who's amazing. She now runs a camp up in
Val-des-Monts.
Yeah, I progressed to being an instructor, and then I sort of stopped biking because I started playing a lot of music. Then I moved to Montreal, and it was just unrealistic. And then I moved back to Ottawa again. Fast forward, many years, and I got really, really hardcore back into biking, and it's I can't stop. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Oh yeah. First step down. Oh shit.
What's your criteria for picking a trail?
I kind of ride anything and everything. I do try and keep it interesting. I do gravitate towards the more technical stuff, and the faster stuff, because that's just sort of what, for me at least, is more interesting. Nice. Pretty cool. Tight turns. That said, I do try and hit some of the more accessible stuff just to show people that there's a bit of everything, and I ultimately you do take fire roads to get to and from places, and those are also totally viable trails to just ride on their own.
Right. You, over the years, how have you seen the sport change, particularly in this area?
And I think mountain biking in general is just really exploding in terms of a sport, and I think the NCC's been super great. They've actually they're opening up a bunch of new trails, and they're working with a lot of bikers to sort of get those up and running. I think they're partnering with the Ottawa Mountain Bike Association, OMBA, as well, who are doing a lot of volunteer trail work and getting that sort of up and running too. So I think as it progresses, they're just going to keep opening more and more cycling trails. But I think with the creation of the new trails and sort of all the new hype around mountain biking, I think it will slowly start to become more of a destination. There's places like Mont Ste. Marie as well, and Camp Fortune, which are cycling specific, and those places are just killing it. Fortune's investing in tons of new trail infrastructure.
Yeah.
Mont Ste. Marie is probably the nicest place to ride, I'd say, in the area. If you want to go somewhere for a cycling specific spot.
Yeah.
Big, flowy, some good elevation, long trails, berms. They got everything from gnarly rock slabs to just really accessible trails for the whole family.
Fantastic. What about outside of the Gatineau Park, other areas in the National Capital Region?
Around, there's Canada Lakes, which is a great place to go ride. So it's a great place to go if you want to learn skills, you want to get through rock gardens, you want to be able to power up technical climbs and stuff like that. Canada Lakes is fantastic. Just watch out for mosquitoes. But there's also La Rose Forest, which is also an amazing place. It's a little bit further, about 45 minutes outside of town. And that's a lot of sandy dirt, very flowy.
Well, and I think everybody gets along. I mean, the hikers, and as you say, it's shared. These are shared trails, so the hikers and the bikers seem to cohabitate.
To a certain respect, I think there definitely needs to be a little bit more of a push towards what do we do when we get into this situation? Because I think everybody sort of thinks the trail's theirs. I definitely, if you've seen my videos, I definitely make a point of stopping if ever I sort of encounter somebody on the trail, and it's You don't have to stop every time. It's a unique,
Just courtesy.
it's a courtesy thing,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm never really pinning it, you know, and if I am pinning it, I'm going to go at a time where,
Right.
you know, I think it's not going to be
Not
so
good.
busy and I don't have the potential to run into people. But if you're trying to get a Strava
Right.
KOM at like 5 p.m. on a Wednesday evening,
Like Sarah.
forget it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, don't do that. You know, there's a whole, yeah, we're all out here to have fun. And that's the biggest thing. If you're not having fun, then
I see you've got these wicked new T-shirts. Tell us a little bit about the artist and the shirt and what some of the profits are going towards.
yeah, so I got the shirts designed by a local graphic artist named Jeff Gibson. His tag on Instagram is @sisk_daily if you want to follow him. So yeah, anyway, so I made these T-shirts to promote Capital MTB mainly, and then I thought like, oh, maybe, you know, like because I don't need to make money off them. I'd rather just, you know, put the money towards something that some sort of mountain bike initiative or you know, organization. And I figured the Carleton Bike Park would be a good one to start with.
Where do you see the state of fat biking? Is that growing?
Yeah, so I mean, being in Canada, we have winter, you know.
Thankfully.
Thankfully, for now.
Love it.
And we love it, yeah. And I think fat biking really does, it really sure as hell beats it, like sitting on a trainer in your basement watching Zwift.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Some people don't like the cold, that's fine. But I think fat biking is really, really blowing up. And you know, you think it's slow, but it's not slow. It's a fast friggin' sport, especially when it's cold. Snow gets like Velcro, and like all the technical trails in the park turn into like, you know, racetracks. Like they're smooth, they're
No roots,
grippy,
no rocks.
no roots, no rocks, and you just friggin' fly through them. It's crazy, yeah.
Cool. What was your go-to beer after a ride?
I definitely like a lighter beer after a ride.
About your age.
I'm not going to be crushing any
That's pretty common.
any IPAs. I'm definitely fortunate enough to partner with Kunstad Sports. They offered to sponsor my channel to a certain degree, and yeah, so hence the Kunstad sticker on my bars as well that you guys will see in the videos. By the way, you can check out my YouTube channel at Capital Mountain Bike. And I'm on Instagram at @capital_MTB.
Yeah, thanks a lot for being here and,
That was great. Thanks for
participating
having
in
me. It was
the Steadii 10-question tailgate.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, this is a beautiful bike. I know you haven't had it very long. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it and where did you get it? And tell us about Rocky Mountain. I've never heard of them.
And I figured, why not try riding a bike from a Canadian brand? And I also wanted to switch it up and do a 27.5 because I was riding a 29er before, and I felt like I was really having to. Felt like the bike was riding me more than I was riding it some of the times.
Do you think that's your age again, or?
All right. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Whew. I can't answer that.
Okay. Well, Chris, thanks
Some
very
of my
much.
good friends are roots.